Cast. This game is going to be on the lovely Dwarven Quarry to push 5 bases in different locations, and the teams it's going to be a very fun one to cast. Is going to be Wannabe MVP versus MVP. Now, here comes my memory. So, I do believe, is this Wannabe MVP? Should be. Oh yeah, we'll make sure when we get into the game. I swear I'm seen Grinder before. Yeah, let's get this game underway. This might be a case of red versus blue. Yeah, we do see MVP there. And this is where the fun begins. We do see MVP here. We'll find out who's won after this. But we'll just put red MVP versus blue MVP. Either way, red are first to get on the point, which is theirs anyway, but... Right. See, I'm remembering some names from last week. I remember X-Frosty. And I'm sure he's on MVP. But I don't want to get it wrong all game. Wow, that was a good kill on Labella. The red gunner now set up. The blue gunner was trying to get there, but was unfortunately knocked down. But he's still got his Tesla car going on there, so red MVP looking like they're going to be able to push away for the time being. But we're hoping that Grinder can get a gun up and start pounding on them as soon as possible. Without much disruption. The gun almost complete, I believe. Oh, he builds another Tesla car. He's going to build himself another little base here so that he can't get himself destroyed. The gun now is up. This is just one of the fights, as we see here. The gun here. Oh, we do see a little fire here as well. We do have the blue there. Trying to take down the red gunner. Meanwhile, the blue gunner also gets taken down, actually. But the Tesla car is still stand. Blue now halfway through taking this point, actually. Seems to be quite a good push going on here. No gun up yet for the red team either. And this was all the blue gun. He's going to be crafted again. The red manages to defend now for now. To suspect a blue on that map, as we do see a Skyfire go down. I'm not sure whose it is. I am going to guess red MVP that belongs to. It seems to be a defensive one. This game is a bit scattered at the moment. Seems to be many fights going in different locations. Blue off the teleport point there. And the red teleport point is nowhere to be seen. As we do actually see the first point being taken by the blue there, so we're going to rush along to the second point now. Here they come now, filtering through. By a bit of resistance there by the Frost Witch. And we'll follow the majority of MVP into this battle. You see some good aerial assaults coming down there. MVP looking like they could be having a good surround on this base. Meanwhile, we do have Angel trying to take the back of that down, and we do have a very good gun there by Grinder. He's going to get some very good flank there, but Gandalf DG. Very nice orange and red colours there. Working with Mr. Krieger to get that gun down. Tesla card is up there. And we do see the majority of blue MVP now coming around here. You see him cribble ice off to the side. He's going to try and get that mana orb down there. He's going to hit straight in front of him, unfortunately. He's not going to be able to get much from there, but he does channel a very good ice. He's going to freeze the front line of red MVP, but he actually moves away himself. do see Nix, a red MVP, with his own frosty tactics. MVP holding strong for the moment. There is a gun set up, but the tanks seem to have that in check. We do have MVP coming around the back here. Trying to take that gun down, but being unsuccessful. Meanwhile, they do catch Angel out again, so it's not going to have much effect for the time being on this map. They do seem to have him in check. We do see Blue MVP coming around from an array of directions, really. Still, the tanks do concentrate on this front main entrance here, with the paladin behind, just to make sure that they all get to as full as possible. You know, we do have Mr. Krieger taking the back line, making good work of Tesla coils, and trying to build another one. Trying to go and smash on the gun now. Realises Tesla coils up, and he's probably going to be made short work of. Tries to run away, and he might just be able to nick away actually there. As we do see him retreat onto that defensive. Drinks that pot and he's going to be alright. Meanwhile, we do have Red MVP still majority on this point with a very good gun themselves with the leak. See if he's able to spot the reinforcements coming in from that point, and well, actually swaps up, or I think he has spotted it. Looks like he's going to come and try and take out this reinforcement next also. Good job of there. I wonder what he's building there. Ah, very nicely hidden clap. It'd be wrong to call them clap traps from due to the Borderlands loving character. They're clap helpers. You do see a very good grip there onto Labella actually. Catching him out, you know, he does knock them up, and he's gonna stay alive for the meantime. As we see him challenge a starfight there, but he's not gonna get it off before he dies. You have to wait for the next respawn on that one, unless he may have used that. But Angel comes from behind again, trying to take as much as possible, but gets taken out rather easily yet again. But we did see a Skyfire actually go down here now. Well, maybe that was to clean the gun base up. Or Blue MVP is trying to now to relocate up further in front. That's actually quite good though, because that means that the reinforcement's going to come in much faster and much more pushed in now from MVP. He's able to control that fire into that one singular point, basically making one of the tanks vulnerable to LA damage from another tank. Meanwhile, they do try and charge on this point and realise how much of a good base Red MVP do have set up here. We do have another Skyfire going down. It looks to be this time a Red MVPs, as did they even have yesterday. Don't have time to go around the team, but we do have Red MVP rocking the 3 frost switches there. Obviously playing a defensive map, but you have seen the team swap up from time to time, and it seems for this mode of defense, cross switches and gunners are the preferred type. So we do hear the gun again set up from Red MVP. Blue looking like they're going to be actually advancing towards the point very soon. Angel from the back trying to make his work on that paladin, maybe on the base as well, but again he gets picked off. It looks as though he's gonna, it's an easy job to take down Angel at this time being. It's a very concentrated base, so even though there are many options to get in, there's only one option really in taking the base, and that'll be around here. And we do see Mr. Krieger making work of the back line of Blue MVP. The disruptions are what make these defense titles key, and although we still do have 9 minutes and a half remain on the clock, every second does count. As I have had a game, I think it was 2 tournaments ago that ended on 0-0, and both teams are still fighting it out for that last vital capture of the point. Mr. Krieger though manages to get control down, and see if Dran is able to take him out, which I believe he is. Oh no, he's still alive actually. Gets a kick on the Frost Mage. Gonna go back onto Drinder himself. Watching out for those traps. Trying to take someone down before he goes down inevitably. And it looks as though Drinder is his main target, and he manages to get the gun down before it's even built. He's doing a very good job of controlling that gunner there of Blue MVP. Meanwhile the red gunner, he's making work We do see a Skyfire going on. I believe this may be a blue MVP one, as we do see the Tesla coils now starting to whittle down. And we do see the blue actually on the point. Another Skyfire does go down. It looks again to be the blue MVP. We do have them half capturing the point now. The Tesla coil is still ticking away for the red MVP, however. And there is a Frost Mage now channeling as much as possible. And that's going to mean that the red are going to be able to reinforce this point yet again. You have to rebuild the base. That Tesla coil this time strong. Probably did make the difference. We do see also a Steam Hammer now, so if blue try to capitalise on that yet again, they're going to have some trouble as their casts will be disrupted. We do have the Tesla coils now making work with a few graphical glitches. I believe it's when it's frosty. You can just make through there, but nevertheless the lightning looks beautiful. We do see a very good grip there onto the mighty Paladin. Able to check out everything. We do see a couple sneaking in the bushes here, trying to take down that Steam Hammer. Whether or not they're able to do it is another thing though, as we do now see the Frost Witch is trying to channel on that. And it looks as though Angel has been caught out there. Going to be trying to go for that gun, and is going to be successful actually before he goes down this time. So Angel managing to get some sort of support onto the main group of MVP now, which are going to be making a charge now that they know that that gun's down. This is their opportune time to strike and take this point back. The Tesla coils yet again. MVP looking like they're going to be, on the blue side that is, trying to sneak from two sides on there and try and clamp in onto this back line. We do see another Skyfire go down. In range of the gun. Just about maybe. Tesla coils do go down again. And the gun has been moved. Oh wow, we'd actually see blue MVP now. They have the reinforcement portal set up here, so they come streaming in from a side that red were not expecting there. And it looks as though the blue are going to capture this point for their own. We do see the point there ticking down, just managing to get on from the tanks. It looks as though red could be holding this just for the time being, but it could be outlived, as we do see a lot of disruption coming out from the blue team. The red all seems to be clumped in one side. We see Ryder now putting up his gun on the point rather than away from the point, so he's able to put as much control as possible. The red team do seem to be dwindling, but the blue team have been pushed off the point themselves. They need to keep their presence there and to remain on that point. Talking about the reds there, I do see the blue just taking out an inch bit more off the base now. But the red MVP looking like they're reinforcing rather well their own teleportation pad. I don't know why that is, but it's too late anyway, as blue do take point number 2. So now we're on to point number 3. One of the more tactical points I like to believe, and it's one of the more entertaining ones to watch. So we do see the blue team make a rush for that door. As we see Hammer here, going to be activating that switch, getting that door open for his team, and they come storming in. Now here's the base to capture. A massive rotating drilling machine. You do not want to end up on the bottom side of that. We do see MVP. Point of this base though is it's susceptible to both directions of fire. And as we see the favoured reinforcement point of the team here. So you see the nice choo-choo train. Returning back there, collecting some more coal. More dirt or whatever. But meanwhile, on the point, we do have MVP managing to set up a little tiny base here with Drinder on his guns. Well, the tanks of red MVP are able to make light work of it. Stop it from causing any real threat as they do take it down. The red MVP looking like they're going to be majoritively keeping this base. You see the blue reinforcement come streaming in now. Obviously, for much of the time, the base is actually inaccessible from the ground. As we see that when the base rotates, we do see the Skyfire there on a point. Not sure who that belongs to, but it's supposed to be blues, but we do see the base now. When it rotates, obviously the platform is in mid-air. You do see red MVP now. They've got the healing of the turrets. They've got the 3 Tesla coils. They've got a reinforced gun, and they've got a steam hammer. So at this point, looks like it's going to be red MVPs for a while yet. It's actually rather tricky to gain this point, just due to the nature of these 2 little side points within this structure. Like I say, people can reinforce practically on the base, where the other team have to wait for it to spin to the platform. But mind you, we do have Drinder. Again, he's able to get a really good set of shots off while the base is turned to him. However, well, they're going to take him down, but when the turret is, well, when the base is in this mode, he literally has limited fire. He's able to hit things from here, but other than that, it's mainly blocked by the obstruction of the base itself. Blue are looking to set up on the lower ground actually over there. We do actually see blue MVP have a good spread in. Labella looks like as though he's going to be gaining a lot of class points for these pop shots into the base, undefended as well. Chucks that Frost Cloud in there, and it's going to land short, so no mana for Labella for a while. He's going to move to relocate onto this base and try and get some more close range shot, but realises he gets hurt himself. Have to back off there and get healed up by the Paladin. Oh, good grip actually there, and that's going to be Labella's end. A very beautiful grip there by Keliko. Tries to get another grip off. Again, rushing to the other side now. Trying to get some more pick-offs. Is he looking to grip people into the obstruction itself? Trying to manage to get himself away though this time. So you see the tanks meeting with their shields in the middle. We do see a nice spit poison there actually, and quite a lot of people. Greek decides to go into the mix of blue MVP and cause a disruption, trying to get that reinforcement down. Realises he's going to play the defensive for a while as he's going to threat. But whether or not he's able to actually destroy that point before his own demise, he's going to get some good job, and that is a very good job indeed. Taking down that reinforcement, so MVP are going to be delayed into trying to get onto this point for the time being. Mind you, they haven't yet had a serious threat on the point to begin with. You do see a new reinforcement point now on top of this hill. There's quite a good vantage point for the blue MVP. Remember my own games, I actually find it extremely useful to have that teleportation there, especially as I do play Sister of Fire myself. Don't have the Skyfire yet, but I'm trying to take the pot shots. Labella's showing me how it's done though. You do see him trying to get on the frost switch there. They do have a reflective shield, and down goes the Skyfire. It's a pretty good land there onto the back end of the base, taking down them Tesla coils, but not landing onto the majority of MVP. But this base actually quite hard for a Skyfire to land and do sustained damage without it being on the point, as like you say, the base will just rotate away from where the Skyfire is cast. So that is unfortunate with it, but he's able to land it on the point, which is the point that matters. We see another grip go down there onto Labella this time, so it looks like he's going to be taken down. An angel from MVP as well, getting picked off. 4 minutes remain for this point. It's looking as though red MVP are going to be taking this first game. Unless blue MVP can sneak a winner in there. It does look as though MVP have got the momentum. They're picking off the players at their own pace. Two beautiful grips there. And Critical Eye still managing. Nope. He gets grinded into dust there as the machine does its work. Another Skyfire does go down as well as a Scream there. The MVP trying to make a push for this, a desperation push, I believe. We see Angel in the front lines. As he just gets frozen before he's able to cast off that power attack onto Nyax. We do see Fire Witch come in and disrupt the members of Red MVP there. Meanwhile, we do have Delete on that base, able to disrupt and clear the members of Blue MVP. Looks like they're going to be trying to do a bit more momentum gathered up there as Grinder just get taken down. Grinder gets grinded. So MVP going to try and sneak onto the platform as we do see Roxanne go into there first. Obviously break the line of tanks. Be able to get some artillery fire from the spellcasters and range from up here. The gun does actually get taken down in the back line of Red MVP here by Angel. Does a good job doing that, but he's frozen with 3 Tesla coils hitting onto him. Gets smashed into a million ice fragments. But he's a Gandalf and Krieger and a Mighty Orb at the bottom there. Don't know if there was a group train or... The base of MVP is still looking rather strong. Got proximity in the middle. 3 Tesla coils and the Clappy replenished there. Delete with 2 traps of his own behind there. You see Booger Lazen. Spotting the nice colours of green yellow there. His hat looks a little bit like a bumblebee. You see points just battling it out mainly with Mr. Krieger, meanwhile actually taking down the buildings of Blue MVP. 1 minute 30 remains on this map. It's looking as though Blue MVP are going to count themselves out on this one. Got the scoreboard, the leak obviously there. Right next to Boogle Eisen actually. Tanks, although... Oh, the lead for Blue, sorry. Which obviously shows that they've really been trying to just push the point with as much shield as possible, but getting nowhere. I do see the base actually susceptible from the back now. 56 seconds to go. Looks like Blue MVP are going to try and push as much as possible on this point. We do see a Skyfire going on a point. It's actually hit quite a lot of the base there, destroying the Tesla coils and the proximity mine. The Steam Hammer as well was taken down, so Red MVP looking like they're struggling here, but meanwhile the whole of the Blue MVP team are lying dead on this point. So even though there is no now base for Red MVP, it looks like there's no members for Blue MVP either. The base is being quickly replenished there. The Happy Clapper's still clapping away there. The Tesla cores are being rebuilt as we speak. Faster build time and everything. Only a few hits. And here comes the gun yet again. 15 seconds remain. Blue MVP have got to make this last push count now on this rotation. We do see all the members gathering up together. Do we see any Skyfires from Labella coming in there? He's going to try and build as much class points as possible. We do see the Skyfire charging up. And here we go. We'll wait for it. There's 2 Skyfires now actually. There's 2 on both teams. Labella hits a really good one there onto the base, taking down those Tesla cores yet again. And MVP have just scored on the point a little bit there with 0 seconds to go, but Red MVP are going to defend it and take the game. Almost a good push there from MVP Blue, but going to be unfortunate in this game as we now decide which MVP was which before we head on to game 2. So... that was last tournament. I started panicking myself a lot then. So, when the match updates, one of the MVP were blue and MVP were red. So that was a red team MVP actually winning on that game there. But now it's a reverse as we see the wannabe MVPs on the defense and MVP on the offense. See if the teams actually do change up a little bit there. Set to spectate this game in 4 minutes, so we will call this back then. Hope you join us for the second game. From what I can tell of these, it's probably going to be a same story again. People seem to be growing more and more in confidence in defending, but finally there has been a lot of sneaks as well. Yeah, we'll join you for game 2 in a second. Thank you for tuning in, and I'll see you in 5.